Hey, Alexei here. In this video, I will tell you how you can trust the universe, okay? And after this video, you will know how to trust the universe because I will tell you 3 steps, okay? Let's first talk about what trust not is, right? And what is the opposite of trust. Because if you understand that, then you will always know if you're right now in a state of trusting or not trusting. And this is really important that you understand how to see and feel the difference, right? So trusting the universe doesn't mean that you turn off your eyes and that you just talk everything positive. It's actually more like seeing things as they are. I give you an example. Let's say yesterday you lost 500 bucks for some kind of reason, okay? So they're away. You don't have them anymore. Forever gone. It doesn't mean turning your eyes off that. It's saying, it didn't happen or whatever, or like denying it. It's not about denying it, but saying like, okay, it did happen. I lost 500 bucks, but even though it happened, somehow I will get all of that back and even more. Okay? So even though you perceive reality as it is, and it's not always maybe, it doesn't seem always like it's in your favor because you trust it, you know at the end it will be in your favor, right? And the opposite of that is having expectation. Like, let's say you lost 500 bucks and obviously you expected to have maybe 500 more, and now you feel upset about that, right? Because when you have expectations, you try to control reality, right? Reality goes the way as it is in the universe, right? So, but because you have expectations about the universe, and the universe didn't go as you wanted it. You lost something like the box in my example, right? Someone didn't reply to you or didn't talk to you in a way how you wanted to. Now you feel upset about it. This reminds me, by the way, on David R. Hawkins, where he talks about his book about power versus force. And force is like a lower intention. This is usually where you try to control the universe and reality. It's a low vibrational state. And like the higher vibrational state is like power. This is where you don't attach to things and allow them to be. Okay? So it's necessary that you know the difference because this will be important, the next steps that I will tell you. So the first step of all is that you live in the now, that you are connected to the source. The better you are connected to the source, right? The better you will be at the end connected to God, right? Because let's be honest, like God and all these words like the universe, they are just images and like words, images, descriptions. The source itself is all beyond that, right? And the more you can tap into the source and you are living in the now, the better you are trusting the universe in the long term, right? The opposite of trust is fear. And as you now, let's come to the second step. As you learn to let go, as you learn to let go and also let go of your expectations, trust and trust and hope will automatically come to you. For example, if you have this need to control maybe reality, if something didn't go as planned, you feel upset about that. It happened to me tons of times. For example, when I forgot my keys in the past, right? When I let go of this right now, when I let go of this expectation that the keys should be here on this table right now, right? What happens then? Right? The opposite will happen. Because I'm in a state of tension, I cannot trust, right? But when I release that and get relaxed, things just come. And this is the secret. As you observe this state of tension, your bodily reactions, you start to disidentify with that. The first step is to live in the now, being the observer, right? Being connected to source. The second step is about now observing all of that. There will be also a third step. Don't forget that. It's also important. And in the second step, you just observe this. For example, like you lost your key, you feel resistance. Now you let go of that. You experience that as the observer. And now some minutes later, usually, so sometime later, boom, out of nowhere, you know where the keys are, right? Because you have stopped to force that. You don't force it anymore. So as you let go of this need to control, having these expectations, the opposite will come automatically. And the opposite is trust and faith to the universe. Now I give you another tip. This is the third tip. The third tip is about just tapping into your idea self. Now the thing is, you can tap into your idea self, but in reality, you still don't trust. Actually, you're in the state of wanting it. How do you know the difference? And this is important to understand the difference like between expectation and really trusting the universe. The difference is very simple. It's you know the difference if you look if you're in a state of tension or relaxation. For example, if you visualize right now shortly, if you tap into your idea self by visualizing that, by by just imagining, right, like your ideal self, you live where you want, you live where you want to be, you experience the things that you want to have. As you visualize that, if you are still in the state of tension, for example, for me, I noticed that in the past when my stomach get this tension, when it was going together, I noticed, okay, now I'm not in the state of actually trusting that I will receive that. But when I'm in a relaxed state, if you visualize your ideal self in this relaxed state, this is when you are really open. The more relaxed you are, the more your subconscious opens, the more you trust that things are just like that. This is when you know you're in a state of trusting. Usually when you're in a state of tension, right, the trust closes. You don't trust anymore, right? And even if it's like that, follow step 2, and this is releasing that. Don't fight against that. Be the observer, be connected to the source, release that by experiencing all of that, and then you will be free of that. And in the visualization process, if you tap into the ideal self, you notice that if you just look at your body, how does your body feel when you visualize? When you really experience it in a very, very relaxed state, then this is a trust. You trust that it will just happen, that you're already right now this kind of person, right? You tap into this. The opposite happens when you're in a state of tension. So to sum it up, you have just to know the difference between expectation and trust, right? And the difference, just observe yourself, the difference between tension and relaxation, right? This is very important. Then you notice if you want to control right now or if you are trusting. And the trust comes automatically as you let go of this expectation, follow the steps of living conscious, of letting go, and tapping your ideal self in a relaxed state. Okay, with these simple things, you basically develop your trust towards the universe. And if you want, you can also join my new Facebook group where we exchange about things like that, where we exchange about mastering the principles of life. And comment below what you learned or what you want to share about this video, and see you next time. Bye bye.